I am hoping that I have enough linen to actually do this. Hey, it's Alirien, and we are finally on the last piece for Alyce, and it is her cloak. I got the linen cut to have enough for the petticoat and the cloak, because those were the two things I was planning on making out of it. So there should be enough. But I digress. We are starting to make the cloak. I have already pressed the pattern pieces and the linen because I'm reusing a pattern from another costume that never got finished. It is... where's the label? It is Simplicity Patterns 5794 for a Mrs. Cloak or cape. It's a floor length or full length cape or cloak with a hood, and there's a few different views of it. I'm using the simplest one, view C, and I'm using the exact same sizing that I used last time when I made a cloak for my original attempt at Raven. So if you'd like to see that first one, there's a video on the process on my channel already. It's actually the oldest video, I'm pretty sure, in my cosplay playlist. Raven will eventually get finished. Sorry, let me put more light on my face. There we go. Raven will eventually get finished, and at this point probably remade from square one, but that is neither here nor there. So yeah, we are currently here, and I'm annoyed because, as you can see, my table is not actually large enough to fit even one of these pattern pieces all the way through. So I had to use an extra surface off of there to get that pinned properly, and I'm gonna have to do the same thing over here and just like scoot this so that I can get the shoulder pinned, and that's gonna be annoying. But I need 4 of this cape front, 4 of this cape back, and 4 of the hood, because it's a fully lined cloak with 2 side seams and a center back seam up the hood, and then the neck seam. And I am debating, I may do this later on after I get it just made, because I don't actually know how to go through and do this. Well, I say I don't know how to do it. I have a concept of how to do it in my head, but I might not have time to execute it before I need the cloak. I'm trying to have it ready for this weekend because it's supposed to be pretty cold this coming weekend in Hammond. So right now I'm just getting the cloak done, and then later, after it's been made, if I have time next week, I may open up the side seams so that I can get my arms through without having to pull the cloak off of, my shoulder or have it do weird things. But that's for another time. For now, we're just making the basic cloak. So 4 of the cape front, 4 of the cape back, 4 of the hood, all cut out of the gray linen. And then I think I basically make the cloak almost completely in full twice, and then put the lining to the fabric and stitch them together. And I'm just supposed to leave like 1 seam partially open, flip it right side out. It's a bag lined cloak. Hand stitch that last opening shut. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's get to cutting out this beast. This will be fun. Finished cloak. It is huge and it is fantastic. It was great for keeping the cold and the mist mist and the rain off of me the few times that it actually got cold and rainy while we had festival in the last 2 seasons. Again, like everything, it's been through 2 festival seasons now, though collectively it's probably been through 1 because it's only been used for about half of a season at most each time. It definitely has the most dirt on its hem because it is longer than even my skirt, but that was the whole point because I figured the most of me that was covered, the warmer and drier I would be. It is just 2 layers of that medium weight linen and it works fantastic for that point. I've gotten a lot of suggestions to Scotchgard or oil the cloak in order to make it more water resistant, but honestly it's just plain old linen. It can go in the wash. I'm really not that worried about it. This has been a fantastic piece, and now you have actually this time, all of the sewn pieces for Alyce. I think this thing really pulls together the entire ensemble, especially if I hike my skirt so that you can see the petticoat underneath. It really makes it complete, especially on those cold days, and I love this piece so much. As I said at the beginning, if you want to see a bit more in depth of the process of how to put together this cloak from its pattern, I do have 2 videos where I had started making Raven from Teen Titans. They are in the cards and in the description, and they're in my cosplay playlist. They're also the 2 highest viewed videos on my channel. I did unfortunately not get that much footage of the construction of this one specifically because it is a cloak. It's pretty straightforward, as I said in the beginning. I hand sewed the toggle on with some brown thread so that it wouldn't be quite as noticeable. Here's the finished look, and I'm so super proud of it. As I mentioned a couple of times, I am currently in the process of rebuilding this bodice and replacing this shift and making actually 2 new ones, one for Sybil and one for Alyce. So you will see footage of those very soon. And once those pieces are all built, I will be doing a full get ready with me style video for Alyce. So you will see each layer go on in succession and you'll get to see all of the other pieces like the belt and the shoes. But here is Alyce, and I can't wait to bring you along for the next costume. I want to thank you so very much for watching these videos, all of these, including this one. If you enjoyed it, I'm told you should know where all of the buttons and the links are to show that love to the Alirien channel. If you would like to see more content like this of costumes and garb being constructed, there is an entire playlist of cosplay linked in the cards and the description, as well as the 2 videos where Alirien previously made another cloak similar to this, but it was purple, so don't tell Her Majesty. We would love to give a huge thankful shout out to the coven of patrons who have been the most pivotal in allowing this content to continue happening and be bigger and better every time. If you would like to join their guild, the link to do so is in the link tree in the description. Pledges start at $1 a month, which is pretty affordable even by my Renaissance standards. Please stay tuned for more Animal Crossing game footage, as well as either a vlog from Gulf Shores or from Mid-City Microcon here in Baton Rouge, and we shall see you all again very soon. Keep aiming, my loves, and sláinte. Mwah! I just found some pecans.